very soon. All right. Now, jumping right in. What is the topic today? Here we go. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. I'm not going to stay too much on this today, but I want to talk about it. I would like to talk about it. The topic today, brothers and sisters, Satan's media against God's people. Folks, now, one of the tech guys who worked behind the scenes with me, AC from Virginia, I told him to make sure he document this video that I sent to him a few days ago. And I'm going to this April 17th, 2024, document this on my channel so to utilize it for the future. What is this, one might ask? Now, brothers and sisters, you know, the Gathering of Christ Church accepts all people. We show no hatred towards any nation of people. We baptize all races of people. Brothers and sisters, we even had Asians who were baptized in the church that I met at the Passover. Okay? But I need y'all, and I want to document this, right? So to be able to utilize it later. And I'm going to show you how the enemy works. This was Friday night. One of the more blessed discussions the Most High put upon me, or lectures the Most High put upon me to date, was on this night. Right? Encouraging our people to stand through adversity. Israelites as well as Gentiles. Now, here's the interesting part, folks. Because they cannot find anything doctrinally hateful against other races like they like to use, look at how he titled this. Sikari, GOCC, Passover 2024. Right? So what he's doing is, and it's more than him, he's just a front man. He's just a front man. And I want you all to understand what a Zionist attack looks like through media.
It makes it seem as if they know more than everybody else. Similar to those Reshaim, those Israelites, these idiots, Goyim, that they're not idiots because they're Goyim, because there are many smart Goyim, but they happen to be one of the idiots among the nations instead of the righteous among the nations. One of the idiots among the nations instead of the righteous among the nations. One of the idiots among the nations instead of the righteous among the nations. It makes it seem as if they know more than everybody else. Similar to those Reshaim, those Israelites, these idiots, Goyim, that they're not idiots because they're Goyim, because there are many smart Goyim, but they happen to be one of the idiots among the nations instead of the righteous among the nations. Now these idiots have been making a bigger stink lately. I had a few people send me messages about them and say, oh, this is concerning anti-Semitism. Kanye West is talking about the Israelites. Now, I know these morons from years ago. I remember when I lived in New York, you always had one of these Amalek'S in the middle of the street wearing something that he bought from a costume store, and he's yelling and screaming the New Testament, but he's, pretending as if he's reading the 10 Commandments from Mount Sinai. And he's reading it in English because none of them know Hebrew. and yelling at everybody that they're the righteous, they're the original Jews, they're the ones, and the Jews of today are fakers, and so on and so forth. Now, of course, at that time that I saw them initially, I didn't know anything about Judaism, so there's not much to argue here. I just knew they're idiots because just the way they behave. Today, Baruch Hashem, after Baruch Hashem, I've had enough time to learn enough that they're morons. Why are they morons? Because their entire premise of everything in regards to being an Israelite and the original Hebrews and they're black and all this racism, all of that can be crushed in literally just a few sentences. There's no need for a debate. I will never have a debate with one of these people because, again, they're violent people, both verbally and otherwise. I will never have a debate with one of these people because, again, they're violent people, both verbally and otherwise.
I will never have a debate with one of these people because, again, they're violent people, both verbally and otherwise.
To try to associate our church indirectly with a group that they would deem radical, but really one of the smallest of those who are out there claiming to be Israel. And this particular group, all due respect to them, right, is nowhere in comparison to the awakening that you would see with other groups. So why would this organization here, because it's deeper than him, why would they try to associate us with Sakari?
Right. You said what? You said what? No. The white man is the devil. The white people are the devil, man. That's what it comes down to. I'm saying, listen. You're the devil. You're the devil. The devil's tricking me. You're the devil. The devil's trying to trick me. What's your question?
Be aware of false prophets. Be aware of false prophets. This is sad.
No, it's not religious.
This is sad.
Josh.
This is sad. Y'all thinking this is right. This is not God.
What's religious about
this is not
it?
Jesus. This is evil.
No, he's not. He's a national figure. He's the savior and the king of Israel.
But why would you want to claim him as one of your figures? A religion is a belief. What you believe.
No, it's not. I descend from a nation of people who Christ comes from. This is my national heritage and culture. It's not a religion. A religion is something anybody can convert to. I don't believe in that.
Well, and that's why I'm documenting this. Right? And also, we've already worked with our legal team for a cease and desist, but I was told, okay, make sure I put it out there, my response to add to the cease and desist we've already sent this organization. They know we're not associated with this Sakari. We don't even know Sakari. We don't know any of them. Only thing I know is they're a fringe Israelite group that really haven't gained any steam or notoriety, but they come off as abrasive. That's all I know about them. I've never seen one of them. Let me make it clear. I've never met any of those guys. I've never associated with any of those guys. I don't know these guys at all. Right? I know there's one guy who would go to Sinetta TV or whatever the case is, but there's nothing really going on with that either. Okay? So why would he, out of all the groups, try to connect us with Sakari? Well, this is him in 2020, brothers and sisters. This is him in 2020 interviewing Sakari on the street. Now, it wasn't too many people in attendance, so he strategically went there to speak to these guys, right? Now, check this out, and I'm going to make sure I break this down one piece at a time. Look at this.
I never said that's all you do. What Israelite group just pull guns on people?
None that I'm aware of.
Yeah, nobody does that.
Hispanics and Native Americans, same people, your people been.
I'm going to turn down the volume here. I'm going to turn down the volume a little bit. All right. Hold up. Let's go back. Let's go back. 6/12/2021. Look at this. Look at this. Look at it. It was profanity. That's why I'm not going to I turn down the volume so you don't hear the profanity. So they push a white guy walking up the street. Now, we have no association with these guys. And another guy comes out brandishing a gun. Right? Now look. Y'all see that? So because they have nothing negative, because we are peaceful, loving, Christ doctrine carrying church, folks, because they have nothing negative against us that they can find out there concerning doctrine, they have to now tie us to some people we don't know, a very small fringe group that really aren't doing anything, I would say extensive when it comes to the doctrine. And it's not too many people that's really a part of this particular organization. Y'all see that? So I made sure I documented this so that we can make this a piece of what we send our legal people. Okay? Because we already told these people, because it's not just him, to cease and desist from messing with us, because we don't know this vocab dude. We don't know anything about him, but we do know he make our business his business. Right? So now check this out. So then he documents the date that happened. Right? So this is intentional, folks, because he know we have no association with none of these people. See? So it's intentional for him to try to what? Shoehorn the Gathering of Christ Church in, who's doing a great work. There were thousands upon thousands of people in the Spirit of Christ, respectfully, at this Passover. At this Passover, folks. Let me show you something here. Right? And I believe this is what's chapping their rear ends. Right? We're peaceful. We spread the gospel.
How you doing?
And many, folks, it was almost 4,000 people, and this was just a regional Passover. Not counting the rest of the earth, we had a Passover that we had on the same time attending a Passover. And I think this is what's chapping them right now. So what do you do? He put Sakari GOCC Passover, so that when people come and look up our church and see that we're nonviolent, that they'll automatically run into and associate, by typing in Sakari, associate us with people we have never met. Y'all see this? I want y'all to see this. So now when others look at our Passover and say, man, what a beautiful gathering of holy people, of God's people. How can I be a part of this? They're fairly new, but, they praise the Most High, they sing, and You know, they give hymns like Christ did on Passover and the disciples. They're a peaceful group. They speak of the truth, and they're tied in the history of our people being Israelites, as well as accepted all races of people, be it Asian, be it white people. It doesn't matter. As long as you're willing to serve Christ, you can become a part of the awakening. This is what chaps them folks. This is what's chapping them here, because it's peaceful. So they say, okay, how can we throw some darkness on a righteous Passover? I know what we can do. Where's the video?
No, of course not.
Of Sakari, of these Sakari characters
No, it's not
brandishing guns?
Let me give you a history.
Huh?
You have a college on your chest, right?
See? Y'all see this? Pushing a white man that plays into the racial component they need. Now, when others see our videos and put in Sakari without knowing the history of our church, they're going to attach the Gathering of Christ Church to this altercation. I'm going to show you how the media works, folks. See? And I'm glad I'm recording this, because this part I'm going to cut out, and this goes to our lawyers. Okay? A guy brandish a gun. We don't know none of these people. Okay? Let me state again, we know none of these people. Now, what happens later? The team that's behind what we're seeing here, who put all this together, because we're not talking about the front man there. We're speaking of, this is the whole team working here. Right? So now, they let their front man come out to confront this small group that's really not really doing much as far as the awakening of many people. Right?
Do you remember making a video about us saying that we don't even come out here to teach the Bible, we just pull guns on innocent people? You remember saying that?
I've seen you pull guns on people.
No.
I seen you pull guns on people. Right? Y'all see this? I see y'all pull guns on people. See this? So he's building a dossier. Not him, but his team. It's a bunch of them working together. And see, you have to understand what a Zionist dossier looks like. Right? So I'm going to get off these brothers because, it's not these brothers' fault. I don't know them. I don't associate with them. But all in all, I believe they're making a mistake interacting with these other people. And again, I don't believe it's wise to be outside teaching God's word, brandishing guns. I don't care what excuse someone can make that Peter had a sword and all these other examples they use. Right? Now, I'm going to show you. Now, I don't believe these brothers mean any harm. I don't know them, but I don't think they're operating with any level of wisdom. But that's on them. They have to live with their choices. Okay? It's wrong trying to associate some strangers who may come off radical or who might be operating fringe with our church. Right? Now, how do we tie this all together now? Right? Years ago, 2008, 2009, I was on the streets and said, in that lesson, Path to the Mark, do not fall for this Muslim extremist rhetoric that they're pushing here through Hollywood propaganda. Why? Because you can't tell me that you fear some jihadists coming through doing something at the same time you're funding Muslims who are setting up mosques in our communities under multiculturalism. It just doesn't make sense. I seen mosques being set up in our community, minority money being funded to these nonprofits set up by Muslims in our community. At the same time, they're claiming that there's some espionage, ISIS type of deal that threatens the country under Muslim extremists. I said, listen, that's Hollywood propaganda. I was on the street 2008, 2009 and say, well, listen, I understand the prophecies of the Bible, and soon they're not going to stop the awakening of the children of Israel. They're not going to be able to control us like they used to. So Path to the Mark is doing what? They're going to now set up religious extremist laws, claiming it's for Muslims, but have it on the books to come against the awakening. It's really to stop the awakening of the lost tribes of Israel. This religious extremist is just a pivot that they can use off of Muslim extremists to now make those who claim to be Israel the extremists. Quote, unquote. I said this on the streets well before YouTube became what it is. When YouTube first began, someone took videos of me and put it online. I didn't even know I was being filmed. And I said, listen, do not fall for the Muslim extremist line. There's too many Muslims that are getting paid in our communities off of us, that they're funneling into the country, who has businesses. Okay? Gas stations, mosques. So the optics don't look right. And I said, you know what? This Muslim extremist thing is a grift. It's a Hollywood pivot that Esau is going to use to pivot off of Arabs onto the children of Israel. Quote, unquote. Now check this out. Check this out, folks. I need y'all to check this out. You can't make this up. We're talking about way back 2015, folks. 2015. Fair use. Before, and I'm going to show you how prophetic, it's almost, eerie, that I was out there saying, don't trust this Muslim extremist garbage. It's something created out of Hollywood. It's really for Esau to use a proxy to attack the awakening of the children of Israel. Right? Check this out on CNN 2015.
We are learning more today about the terror connections of the
2015
Muhammad cartoon contest in Texas.
Fair use for educational purposes only.
Hail of police gunfire Sunday after wounding a security guard.
And this was before that group got a detail to start looking into the awakening of Israelites. This is 2015. Check this out, folks.
Attack in Texas, investigators chase leads overseas, and a slain gunman returns home. According to local media in Kansas City, Missouri, Nadir Sufi will be buried today. He's one of the two men that targeted that event that offended many Muslims by featuring cartoon images of the Prophet Muhammad. And the feds are scouring the online contacts of the other gunman, Elton Simpson. They're especially focused on Junaid Hussain, a British hacker linked to ISIS and
Linked to ISIS, folks. Now, folks, check this out. Showing black Muslims, not Arabs. They already began the pivot from Arabs to black people. Right? Exactly what I was telling you, right? Religious extremists, but they're not focusing on Arabs. They're focusing on black men, right? Look at this. Guess who pops up well before they got he received his detail to now make dossiers on Israelites. Check this out.
Believed to be operating in Syria. CNN's Kian Law is in Phoenix, where Sufi and Simpson shared an apartment. Good morning.
Good morning, Carol. We're learning much more about Elton Simpson, and I want you to take a look at this video. The video.
We're learning a lot more about this black guy by the name of Elton Simpson. Educational purposes, fair use. Check this out, folks. I'm going to show you how the enemy works.
Itself is innocuous. It is from 2012. It is a fundraiser, but we actually see Elton Simpson. We get a sense of his personality. We've been hearing all week that he's so mild-mannered, that he wasn't violent, that he was calm. You actually see it now. You can hear it in his voice. And we're also hearing the fortitude. Now,
as far as we're concerned, he could be talking about, they could have dressed this guy up from Somalia somewhere, or got him from Africa and let him come through, or from some other country. He could be talking, right now he can say, listen, I want cheese on my burger. Okay. Why aren't they allowing us to hear what he's talking about? Right now, he can say, listen, yeah, when you go up the street, yeah, just make sure I want chili fries. You don't know what this guy's talking about, but they're going to narrate it for you. Right?
Fundraiser, but we actually see Elton Simpson. We get a sense of his personality. We've been hearing all week that he's so mild-mannered, that he wasn't violent, that he was calm. You actually see it now. You can hear it in his voice. And we're also hearing the fortitude of his faith in this video clip. Take a listen.
It recharges your iman as well. When you come together and you pray 5 times a day with the brothers, provides for you a form of weaponry to go out into the real world and use that weaponry to shield you against the tricks of the shaitan.
So he said that what? He prayed 5 times a day as a form of weaponry to shield off the power of the Satan. He's talking about what? Battling spiritually against dark forces. Did he say that he was going to use a weapon to do something? I'm going to show you how the media works. Not that I know this guy either, but I'm going to show you how they shifted it. The key operative word here is he said weapon. Right? See? Now, that's not really the deep part of this. Look at this.
Now, friends say he converted to Islam while he was in high school to basically stay out of trouble. That's why his family supported him in his choices, that he continued to study it as he became an older man. We also interviewed a pastor friend of his. Yes? And
hold up. She said, brothers and sisters, for those who can't hear this, that they also interviewed a pastor friend of this jihadist, this black Muslim, who's actually his friend. I wonder who that was in 2015.
Evangelical pastor. They were
evangelical pastor.
Friends at work. They debated the
hold up. He went to work with this guy.
Theology often, and even though it doesn't make sense to many people, this pastor believes that this violence in Texas, that it may have felt like a logical step for Elton Simpson. Here's what he says.
Brothers and sisters, on a backdrop behind a church, this is Vocab Malone posing as an evangelical pastor for this piece on CNN. Let me move the fair use now. Who claimed that he was friends with this Muslim guy who was a terrorist in 2015. You can't make this up.
I was surprised, but not shocked.
He was surprised, but not shocked.
I wouldn't put it past him because I understood the sincerity of his beliefs. And he had expressed to me admiration, specifically for Osama bin Laden. He used the word hero.
Hold up, let's go back. Folks, this how deep the truth is. They'd have moved them from this detail, even though there's no proof of no evangelical nothing, but CNN, they do what they do. And now, the same guy.
So he started off great.
Hold up, let's go there.
Passover message here.
It's trying to tie us
Hebrew Israelite group Passover message. And Rakar started off pretty
to a group that we've never met who brandish guns on the street.
Give him that. Then he takes that very real insight that a lot more Hebrew Israelites should focus on because they act like basically.
We're gonna show you that real quick. I just want y'all to see how they work.
Instead of being a new lawgiver
right?
himself.
Yeah, same guy.
Going down that path.
Now I don't know if CNN did their background on this guy, or I don't know.
This is the pagan.
But they claimed that he was an evangelical pastor over some congregation in Arizona, and I looked into that, and there's no such congregation.
It makes it about me, about
right,
about you.
Because when he started getting all up on our bumper and trying to act, I don't know this guy. I was like, listen, let's get some people to try to figure out what's going on with this character.
Because then they don't want us to know that we're all related to those great people,
right? And if you think that's something, look at this. His own article. Right? Let me show you. His own article, same guy. The Cyber City Apologetics Conference in 2015. I knew Elton Simpson, my jihadist. Vocab Malone at 2015 even wrote an article on this guy. Right? So he pivoted from the Muslim extremists using black people only to now do the same thing to begin to build an online dossier against the awakening, our people being the children of Israel. Look at this. 2019, 2018, building Hebrew Israelite library. Why did he care about a library on Israelites? See? So he pivoted from the black thing only to use this as proxy to now try to label Hebrews who know they're Israelites as extremists. So it's not just him, folks. Right? So I thought I would put that out there. That it's deep. It's ironic that I said that they were going to use this black extremist or this Muslim extremist to come against Israelites at the very end, because that's truly their target, the awakening, especially those who believe in Christ. And now they're trying to tie us to some people, a group we never met. Why? Because they have nothing to demonize us as far as doctrine goes. Right? So you start here. There was almost 4,000 people in this building who came to Christ and was celebrating the great Passover a few months ago. What a beautiful moment. And what this guy does, he take a spiritual moment instead of saying how blessed it is that all of these people are no longer murderers, killers, sinners in the community, and celebrating our people coming to Israel in Christ. Right? He's going to try to turn it into a negative by tying us to a Sakari group in the same video. Now, I'm documenting this for legal purposes. Okay? Let me put that out there. Okay? Already, the paperwork is being drawn up. We gave him a cease and desist before, right? But now I'm documenting this to go along with the rest of the information that I have. I don't know this guy. I have no association with him. He has no association with our church. And everyone know in our church, if he come to any place we're teaching, that he can hit the door. Okay? We're not to speak to this guy. We have nothing to do with him. We don't want to be associated with him or the people he's associated with. And that's on record. Thank you, my brother from the same mother, Rebecca, right? Look at this. Thank you. I didn't know this. Well, I think I did, but I probably forgotten it. He has an IMBD account. What is IMBD? Well, that's an account for actors, folks. An actor is known for Islamize Me of 2018. Right? Look at this. An actor. He has an IMBD account. His real name, last name, is Reeser, which would make him Jewish. But this is his what? This is his stage name. His real name is Reeser, which would make him Jewish. Christians, you better wake up. Look at this. He's an actor. Right? So I'm glad. Thank you, Bishop, for Bishop, for bringing us out that piece, right? Right? And again, Josh Martin, the one who came with John Martin to try to get our church to push a black Adam and Eve. Like I said, they make their business our business, also have an IMBD account. We've always been their business, folks.
Jewish people are casting spells on you. And they're behind the FEMA camps that will soon round you up like Goyim, not cattle. You better wake up. That thing that happened in 1948 or in World War II with Hitler, that was a plan to give them power over the whole earth, man. And soon they will execute that plan here in America on civilians. It's called FEMA training. Don't let them Jewish people fool you, man. They always say, remember the Holocaust. But yet, you can never bring up the suffering of your people. If I say remember slavery, they tell me, why can't I forget slavery? They want you to sympathize with their Holocaust, but you can't bring up what happened to you. And yet, through their Holocaust, they got away. Where's all that? 99 million Negroes died here on the way to this country, man. That was bigger than what happened with Hitler. One European fighting against another. Make up, folks. They use that as a sympathy tool to inhabit a land that's not theirs.
This for people behind the bars, in cages and trapped, cause they locked from afar. They ain't tell us the lies, cause they knowin' who we are. Say you ain't worth a dime, but they know that you a star. They tell us to forget, but slavery left a scar. You not a Puerto Rican. No, no. You not an African. No, no. You not Jamaican. No, no. For my brothers in the pen, and slaves 9 to 5, and it working for the man. They hate their own kindness cause they don't understand. Your pastor tell you lies, it's cause they don't give a damn. Long as you paying tithes, it's the 315 plan. But quick to give us drugs and tell us we all thugs. They show a lot of hate, but they never show us love. They make us sound lazy like we nothing but some scrubs. It's funny how America was built off our blood. Let's take a stand. This animosity, when will it end? It's time we realize the government is not our friend, and we should raise our sons how to be some real men. You're not a Haitian. No, no. You're not Dominican. No, no. You're not Colombian. No, no. Let's get it right. We are Israelites. You're not from Panama. You're not from Argentina. You're not Brazilian. Let's get it right, we are Israelites.
No, it's not about race, we reuniting the people. We lost our identities and our homes being evil. The devil mean deceitful, his plans is mad lethal and non-peaceful. From the Christian church to the cathedral, the spirit's mad strong, but we suffered mad long. Lies from snakes like T.D. Jakes and Eddie Long. All praises to the Most High, we going through a test, but we walk by the Spirit and not by the flesh. If you have faith in Christ, you can make it to the kingdom. Live by the laws and stay away from Edom. I'm from the tribe of Ephraim. They say good hair's a plus, but the Lord had an afro puff. Blicky.
You not a Mexican. No, no. You not from Guatemala. No, no. You not from Ecuador. No, no. Let's get it right, we are Israelites. You not Jamaican. You not West Indian. Native American. Let's get it right, we are Israelites.
Whose land is that? That's our land. That land belongs to us. We're not Africans. We ran into Africa in 70 AD, running from the Romans. We hid amongst the other dark races because the Europeans were throwing us in the arenas. They had us fighting bears and lions. They entrenched around our land for 7 years. Didn't allow any food and water in Masada. Our women were eating their own children. We are the Jews. We're from the seed of Judah. We're not Africans, man. We're not Hamitic. Just because you're dark doesn't mean you're Africans. We are the children of Israel, man. That's who we are.